Good morning guys, welcome back to the channel. On today's video we're going to continue with the 370Z Nismo conversion kit installation. We have good news and bad news. The bad news is could not make the front bumper on this Duraflex Nismo kit work with the 370Z. I had to go with the OEM. The gaps were just too much, way too much work. I tried the best I could to fit this bumper to the 370Z, but unfortunately it just wasn't possible. I still have the bumper sitting on my potty. Did a lot of body work on this bumper, and I tried as much as I could to fit it to the 370Z, but it just didn't work. The side skirts are a different story. They need a little work, but I've been working on them and it looks like I was able to make it work. Let me show you how the OEM one looks on the car. So this is the OEM bumper on the car. As you can see, the fitment of the bumper is, seamless. It's an OEM bumper. And install the Evo R DRLs. They look amazing. They fit pretty good on the bumper, even though they're not an original part. They are very well made. I painted them gloss black to match the bottom of my bumper, and as you can see, I did a little makeover on the headlamps. There is a video coming up on that, so stay tuned. The plan for today is to work on the side skirts and get them ready so that they can be prepped and painted. So let's jump right into it. Alright, so we have lifted the car up with this jack so we can go ahead and remove this side skirt. To remove the side skirt, we're going to be using a few tools: a 10mm socket, an electric driven ratchet. I purchased this out of eBay. It's not any name brand, it's just a cheap electric driven ratchet. Works really well, cost me about $20. I bought this little kit off of eBay. What this allows for you to do is to get into places that are hard to reach. This was about $7 for this little kit. So we're gonna go ahead and start removing the bolts and the clips underneath the side skirt so we can pull the side skirt out. There are about 7 of these bolts all along the side skirts, so we're gonna go ahead and remove all of them. Works like a dream. So if I hadn't had this, I would have had to take this wheel off in order to be able to remove this. Okay, so here we have all the bolts that we took out of the side skirts. We have a total of 7 bolts, and there is 2 of these on each end that need to be removed. So they're all out. Now let's proceed to pull this out of the car. So basically, the way to remove this is to just pull on it. Alright, so 2 of them out. Alright, another one. Alright, so work slowly as you pull this. Don't jank on the plastic too far away from the points where they're mounted, because you might tear the plastic. Try to pull where you see that the clip is holding on to. So let's keep moving. There we go, 2 more. And if you grab it from the bottom, pull both from the bottom and the top, it's easier to do it. Right, so this is a stubborn one because there is no space for you to really pull on it. Try to use a screwdriver to help it a little bit. There we go. It came out. So we're gonna go ahead and test fit the aftermarket Duraflex side skirt onto this thing. Let's see how it measures up. So we're having an issue where the side skirt seems like it's too short for the car. As you see, there is some scraping in here from the side skirt, so that tells me that there is too much material inside here. So I believe I'm gonna have to cut this back here and maybe move it back a little bit so that it fits perfect. I think if we do that, it's gonna fix the problem. So let's give it a shot. Okay, so it seems to be that we have taken care of the issue. We're gonna go ahead and rough these edges so that we can bond this back on this panel. We're gonna be using JB Weld epoxy. I bought this from Lowe's for about $5. Comes with the mixing tip, and you will see how it works in about a minute. This says that its set time is 5 minutes. It's pretty hot today, so I think it'll be faster than that. The Nismo conversion kit is completed. Really happy with the way that it came out. The rocker moldings look almost OEM, as close as it's ever gonna get. The car has come a long way. I'm really happy with how it's turning out. We started with a completely wrecked 2015 Nissan 370Z. It was a total loss car. Rebuilt the car, and now we have a Nismo conversion kit on it. It was kind of a shame that we couldn't make the front bumper work, but I'm really happy that I was able to make the side skirts or rocker moldings work. I spent a little more money than I originally intended, but in the end I saved a lot of money by going with the Duraflex kit. Not a great kit, it did need a lot of work, but I was able to make it work. The front bumper, a whole different game. I guess it didn't work because, you know, there is way too many curves, and the way that it has to fit is too specific. The rocker moldings are just a straight piece. They don't curve around, so I guess it's easier to work on it in that case. I probably could have made the front bumper work if I had worked more on it, but for the price that I paid for the OEM one, it wasn't worth it to keep putting more labor hours into the aftermarket Duraflex kit. Now the side skirts was a whole different story. The cheapest rocker moldings that I was able to find for the Nismo 370Z used was about $500 for each piece. So I was gonna spend around $1,000 for the part, and then I was gonna have to paint it anyways. All in all, I had already spent about $400 for the whole Duraflex kit, and then I spent about another $400 on the OEM bumper. So for like $1,000, I purchased the entire kit, I would say. But I'm getting ready to sell the OEM rocker moldings from this car. I can probably get up around $200 to $300 for the pair, and so I'll make some money back there. So in the end, it all worked out. I'm really happy about how the car looks. Thank you everybody for watching. The reason why I started making these videos on the 370 is because when I decided to go with the Duraflex, I started doing some research and looking for to see if anybody had filmed the installation of this kit on the 370, and I didn't see anybody that had. So I thought it would be interesting to, you know, document the process. I wasn't sure that it was even doable, but well, we found out that it kind of is. So thank you for everybody that has stuck around and watched the videos, and I hope it was helpful to anybody trying to install a Duraflex body kit on their car or thinking about buying one. This will give you a little perspective on what to expect and what not to expect.